Welcome to KP Law News. Got another officer involved shooting and a briefing. Critical incident briefing by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office here in Florida. Yeah, I just uploaded one video and you got a second one. So it's two back to back videos of the sheriff's briefing about officer involved shooting. This was a little bit different than the other one. So let me get this set up and be ready to go.
This is a critical incident briefing by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Our agency has prepared this briefing consistent with this administration's commitment to openness and transparency to the public that we serve. Now, the Chief of Professional Standards will deliver the currently available information pertaining to this incident.
I'm Erica Weber, the Chief of Professional Standards for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Today, we're releasing information regarding an officer-involved shooting that occurred in an apartment complex parking lot in the 13,800 block of Egrets Nest Drive in Jacksonville, Florida on January 5th, 2026. This information will provide you with a better understanding of what happened as well as what was known to law enforcement prior to the incident. It's important to remember when investigating an incident like this, detectives must interview numerous witnesses, review many hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. With these investigations often taking up to a year or more to complete, we are still at the very early stages of this process. Our understanding of this incident may change as additional evidence is collected and reviewed. We do not draw any conclusions regarding whether the officers acted appropriately with respect to the law or JSO policy until all of the facts are known and the investigation is completed. A word of caution. The images and information presented may be graphic. When an officer uses force to arrest someone or to defend against an attack, it can be disturbing and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. This officer-involved shooting resulted in the death of Daniel Rodriguez. Rodriguez was 34 years old at the time of the shooting. Had Rodriguez survived his injuries, he would have been arrested for 2 counts of attempted murder on a law enforcement officer and 2 counts of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer with a firearm. JSO policy and training pertaining to the use of force is informed by and consistent with applicable federal and Florida law. Section 782.02 Florida statutes states, the use of deadly force is justifiable when a person is resisting any attempt to murder such person or to commit any felony upon him or her. Similarly, Section 776.012 Florida statutes permits the use of deadly force when a person reasonably believes that using or threatening to use such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or herself or another, or to prevent the imminent commission of a forcible felony. Law enforcement officers have the same benefit of these general justification laws that ordinary Florida citizens do. They're specifically permitted to use force, including deadly force, in 2 officer-involved situations: making arrests and preventing escapes. Section 776.05 Florida statutes governs the use of force by law enforcement officers when making an arrest. A law enforcement officer need not retreat or desist from making an arrest simply because a person resists or threatens to resist the arrest. Namely, a law enforcement officer is justified in using any force when he or she reasonably believes to be necessary to defend himself or herself or another from bodily harm while making the arrest, when necessarily committed in retaking felons who have escaped, or when necessarily committed in arresting felons fleeing from justice. The State Attorney's Office for the 4th Judicial Circuit of Florida will determine whether the officers acted in compliance with the applicable law. In the evening of January 5th, 2026, several residents of an apartment complex located in the 13,800 block of Egrets Nest Drive observed a man, later identified as Rodriguez, engaged in a heated dispute with a woman, later identified as his wife. Apartment complex residents observed Rodriguez and his wife screaming at each other while he was seated in the driver's seat of his Tesla. During the argument, Rodriguez's wife repeatedly slammed her fists on and eventually climbed on top of Rodriguez's Tesla's hood. While his wife was on top of the car hood, Rodriguez accelerated, knocking her off of the vehicle. Rodriguez briefly drove away from the complex but returned to the parking lot shortly thereafter. When he returned, one resident observed Rodriguez outside his vehicle holding a handgun by his side. Based on these observations, several residents made emergency calls requesting police assistance. During these calls, residents shared what they witnessed of Rodriguez's domestic dispute. One witness relayed the fact that Rodriguez was armed with a firearm. At 8:26 p.m., patrol officers were dispatched to the apartment complex. Upon their arrival at 8:35 p.m., officers Jay Roderick and Jay Milam spoke with Rodriguez's wife in the parking lot. She confirmed she had been in an argument with her husband. While officers were discussing the details of the incident, Rodriguez emerged near the residence and observed the officers talking with his wife. The officers walked toward Rodriguez, who was standing between two vehicles in a different area of the parking lot. When the officers approached Rodriguez, they asked him if he was armed. Rodriguez immediately responded, "Why are you running up on me?" lifted his shirt, and pulled a firearm from the front of his waistband. The officers grabbed Rodriguez and struggled with him over possession of his firearm, at which time Rodriguez fired a round from his firearm. At 8:50 p.m., both officers Roderick and Milam unholstered their JSO-assigned Glock 17 firearms and shot at Rodriguez, striking him. Rodriguez fell to the ground, still in possession of the weapon in his right hand. Once additional backup officers arrived, they removed the handgun from his hand. Once Rodriguez was safely handcuffed, officers administered emergency medical aid until paramedics arrived. Rescue transported Rodriguez to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. Another handgun was found on Rodriguez's person at the hospital. On January 6, 2026, the Office of the Medical Examiner conducted Rodriguez's autopsy. Information gathered from the autopsy informed JSO investigators that Rodriguez had suffered a contact gunshot wound underneath his jaw near his neck. The bullet expelled from this gunshot was discovered in and removed from Rodriguez's brain. This projectile was confirmed to be of a .40 caliber classification. Rodriguez's handgun that he drew and fired during the critical incident was a .40 caliber firearm. The shooting officers both shot JSO-assigned Glock 17 firearms, which were loaded with 9mm ammunition. As the date of this briefing's filming, the Office of Medical Examiner has not yet finalized the report articulating Rodriguez's cause and manner of death. The following audio and video footage capture the shooting and the events before and after it. First, you'll hear excerpts of two emergency calls made by eyewitness neighbors alerting police of a domestic disturbance occurring within the apartment complex's parking lot. During the first call, the neighbor reports she saw a man, later determined to be Rodriguez, using his vehicle as a weapon while he chased down a woman in the complex. The neighbor reported the driver exited the parking lot and then quickly returned. When he did, the neighbor observed the man grab the woman and drag her down through the parking lot. The witness saw something in his hand but couldn't tell what it was. During the second call, the neighbor reports seeing a woman get thrown off of the hood of a car and someone in the complex had a gun.
Jacksonville 911, what's the location of your emergency? Is there an apartment number?
There was a domestic disturbance. There's a man, I don't know if he has a weapon, but he was using his car as one.
He was using his car as a weapon? What was he, is it against you?
No, not against me. I'm at the building right across from it. But it looked like a woman was trying to run away from a car. He looked like he was trying to hit.
What kind of vehicle was he driving?
It's a dark four-door sedan. I could probably get you his name and number.
Is he still doing it right now?
Community. He sped off. But then he grabbed the woman. He came back. He grabbed her. He dragged her down the street.
Did he put her inside the vehicle?
No, he didn't get her inside the vehicle. He looked like he had something in his hand. But I couldn't tell because it's dark.
Okay, where is she right now, the victim?
See if she's still out there. I don't know where she is. She closed her garage.
Do you know which way he went?
I don't. The car is gone.
Jacksonville 911, what's the location of your emergency?
There's a weapon here. With someone on top of the car and with the woman off the car.
I'm so sorry. Do you have me on speaker or Bluetooth? Your phone is breaking out real heavily.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's going on?
Someone has a weapon. Someone just has a gun. We just put on top of our windshield. The guy drove off full speed, knocked someone off the car, and now people are saying someone has a weapon here at our apartment complex.
Okay, do you know if he's white, black, or Hispanic?
I don't know. Does anyone know what he looks like? Hiding in the gym right now.
What vehicle is he in?
He was in a Tesla. I don't know what color. Hey, do you know what color the car was? Hey, I'm on phone with 911. Do you know what the color car was? It was either a gray or a black Tesla. It's the garage. Yes, okay. So when you come into the complex, if you turn right at the sign that's and go straight forward. There's an open garage, and we literally just went out to go walk our dog. There was a woman screaming. She started slamming on the hood of the car, and then the guy sped full speed with her on top of his car, started doing laps around the street, and then there was a crash, and the lady started screaming. So we ran, and we're all hiding in the gym right now because we got a little puppy.
Okay.
Next, you'll see a portion of the video footage captured by Officer Milam's body-worn camera. Officer Milam was the first officer to arrive on scene. The footage also captured Officer Milam interview witnesses at the scene, as well as Rodriguez's wife. For the sake of brevity, due to the length of the footage, only the relevant portion of the interviews are being included. After the interviews are complete, the footage will show the officers conferring about the known facts and circumstances of the incident when Rodriguez emerges nearby. It will show the officers contact Rodriguez, followed by the critical incident.
Evening. You called?
Yeah,
What's
I was
going
right
on?
there, walking to the gym. There's some dude that peeled out of here like really fast. So comes back, stops right there, pulls out his gun, walks towards the lady that's in the garage. She's screaming on top of her lungs with her daughter, and he starts yelling at her, pulling the gun. So then I ran to the gym, told everybody to hide. I come back, and either he's gone or the car's in the garage, and they're both upstairs.
All right. What did you see?
So that's my apartment right up there on the 3rd floor. I had just walked down to go for a walk with my girlfriend and our puppy. We came right across here. Pretty much as we got to this grass right here, all of a sudden we heard like what the fuck, fuck you. We turned around, that was right behind us, that garage right there, not the one that's open, but I can't remember. I think it's the middle one.
All right.
Looked like a black gray, some kind of dark Tesla, and there was a woman. The moment that I turned around, I was trying to rush my girlfriend over to those bushes to get away from what was happening. She was like double fist slamming down on the hood of the car. I don't know. I didn't see any altercation prior to that. I don't know how it started. Okay. And then the guy started revving and trying to come out of his garage, and she was literally on the hood. Like, she got up on the car, and he full on accelerated.
Hey, just 1 second. I got to get one story at a time.
Okay, I'm the person I think that they call it.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute.
So, yeah, multiple times he kept trying to accelerate to knock her off the hood. By then, we were right about there trying to duck into the bushes. And then I heard him go really fast, and I came here and looked, and he was literally trying to do circles around this lot here as fast as he could to whip her off of the car. And then I heard a crash. I heard someone yell really loud, and by then we took off, and everyone went to the gym. And then someone came in and said somebody had a weapon, so everyone was hiding in the kids' room in the gym inside of there. That's where I pulled from. So
Okay.
that's all I got for you.
All right. So what happened tonight?
Nothing. We just got into a little altercation.
Something happened tonight, so it's not nothing. What?
We just got into a little altercation.
Who's we?
Me and my husband.
Okay. What kind of altercation?
He was trying to leave, and I didn't want him to leave. And I sat on the car, and I slid into it when he drove off. And I was just chasing him and then the dog.
Who are you waving at?
Just letting him say that I was here.
Just. All right. We'll deal with that in a second. All right. So, walk me through start to finish what actually happens.
That was literally start to finish, and then
So why are y'all arguing?
Me and him arguing?
Yeah, this doesn't just happen for no reason, right? We don't have people climbing on cars and driving around fast. Like, let's set all this off.
Fast, I mean, was
Okay.
maybe.
Okay, just
let's
let's focus on me, not him.
Well, he's not over there anymore, but.
Okay. So, how did this all start?
It's just we had a stillborn son in December, and had a really explosive episode. So I'm just a little sad that my son died, and he doesn't like to talk about it with me. And he wanted to leave instead of talking about it. I wanted him to stay. And that was it. But there wasn't like anything like they're making out to be.
All right. Is there any punching, kicking, slapping, biting, choking, spitting?
No, I just wanted him to talk about Carter dying, and he doesn't like to talk about it.
making sure I'm tracking 100% on this. You try to talk to him about the stillborn child, which I'm sorry for your loss. He decides he wants to leave and not talk about it.
You just never can talk about any fucking thing. Anything with emotion, anything.
At least for tonight.
Sorry, yes.
He tries to get in the car to leave.
I sat on the car.
You sat on the car.
Like this to the side.
Okay. And then what happens?
He went a little way. I went back. And the dog went out, jumped out. I ran that way after the dog. I mean, I'm sure they fucking recorded it. I ran that way after the dog. He went that way. Then he came back.
Is he known to carry a firearm?
Not on him, but we do have weapons in our home. He didn't have a gun on him though. And he came back. He sat here. I was in the middle of the street talking to this woman in the green. He jumped out.
So when he jumped out, what did he have a gun in his hand? Was he?
No, I didn't see a gun.
Was he yelling anything?
I can't remember if he was yelling anything. I was yelling.
What were you yelling?
To come fucking home. To stop. And honestly, I can't remember if I said anything else. If they said I said something else, I may have.
All right. We'll go try to talk to him real quick. Yeah, I think so. All right. All right. All right.
We just were debriefing.
I understand that.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Excuse me?
Do you have any weapons on you?
Why are you rolling up on me?
Hey, seriously!
Get back! Get back!
Get down! Ma'am, get back! Get back! Ma'am. Ma'am, please. Please. Hey, I'll hold coverage. Hey, get off of him! Get off of him! Just, hey, man. Okay, we'll deal with that. Just give me a second. Deep breath. Man, get out of the way. We will help.
My baby!
We will. Just sit down. Sit down. Sit down and breathe. Okay? Ma'am, I get you. Just sit down and breathe.
Next, you'll see a portion of the video footage captured by Officer Roderick's body-worn camera. This footage captured the officers conferring about the known facts and circumstances before attempting to speak with Rodriguez. When the officers approach Rodriguez, Rodriguez pulls up his shirt, grabs the loaded gun from his waistband, and fires a round. Immediately, both officers return fire, striking Rodriguez. When Rodriguez is safely handcuffed, the officers begin emergency medical treatment until paramedics arrive on scene. In this footage, you will see Rodriguez's handgun on the ground next to his hand.
This guy right here?
I'm just curious because there's a lot of silence. So
We just were debriefing.
I understand that.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Excuse me?
Do you have any weapons on you?
Why are you rolling up on me?
Get back! Get back! Get back! Julie at 660, shots fired. Send us some units. We're 77. Hey, I'll hold cover. Detain her. Actually. Ma'am, get back! Julie at 660, suspects down. We're 77. We're trying to detain the victim.
Crime scene detectives responded during this investigation and processed the scene. Rodriguez's .40 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun was located on the ground. The magazine and holster to Rodriguez's gun were also located and collected from the parking lot near where he fell to the ground. Later, during the autopsy, a .40 caliber projectile was removed from Rodriguez's brain. The shooting officers both shot JSO assigned Glock 17 firearms, which were loaded with 9mm ammunition. Additionally, crime scene detectives responded to the area hospital where Rodriguez had been transported and collected a 9mm Luger handgun found on Rodriguez's person. Crime scene detectives also photographed Rodriguez's Tesla, which was observed to have a broken front windshield. The next step in this investigation involves an independent inquiry and review of the officer's actions by the state attorney's office. The state attorney's office will decide whether the officer's actions were lawful. After the conclusion of the criminal investigation by the state attorney's office, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office will begin an administrative investigation into the officer's actions to determine if they were within agency policy. This begins with the convening of a response to resistance review board in which the officers are compelled to provide testimony about their actions during the incident. This board will then decide whether the officers violated any policy during the incident. The determinations made by the board will be submitted to the sheriff for review and final decision. As stated earlier, JSO does not draw conclusions about the officer's conduct with regards to the law or our policies until the investigation has been completed. On behalf of Sheriff Waters and the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, thank you for your time and attention.